What if you could run a fully autonomous multi-agent AI system on your own computer, completely free, with no API costs, no subscriptions, and no data leaving your machine? ZeroClaw combined with Ollama gives you a local agent orchestrator that can spawn specialized sub-agents, use web search, read and write files, and coordinate complex tasks, all running on your own hardware. In this video, full setup from zero, sub-agent configuration, and a live demo so you can see it working for yourself. ZeroClaw is a fork of OpenClaw, rebuilt in Rust, which means it is extremely lightweight, fast to start, and uses very little memory. The binary is under 5 megabytes. It starts instantly, and it connects directly to Ollama running on your local machine, meaning the language model never talks to any external server. Everything is private and offline. The feature we are focusing on today is sub-agents, which was just recently added. Instead of one agent handling everything, ZeroClaw can now spawn specialized child agents mid-task, delegate specific work to them, and coordinate the results back to the main orchestrator. It is a proper multi-agent system running entirely locally. The typical way people run AI agents involves sending everything to a cloud server. Your prompts, your data, your files. You pay per token, you have rate limits, and nothing is private. With ZeroClaw plus Ollama, none of that applies. The models run on your machine. The agents run on your machine. The only thing that optionally touches the internet is web search when you explicitly ask for it. And because ZeroClaw is built in Rust, it adds almost no overhead on top of the model itself. You are getting essentially raw model performance with an agent orchestration layer on top. 3 things to have ready before starting. First, Rust, the programming language ZeroClaw is built on. Second, Ollama for running the local models. And third, the 2 models we will use. Qwen 3 for general tasks and GLM 4 for the research agent. If you already have Rust and Ollama installed, you can skip straight to the ZeroClaw installation. The commands for each step are shown on screen. Pause whenever you need. Installing ZeroClaw is one command. It pulls the source from the repository, compiles it using Cargo, which is Rust's package manager, and installs the binary. Depending on your machine, this takes 1 to 3 minutes. While it compiles, you will see a lot of output in the terminal. That is normal, just let it run. Once it finishes, run the version check command shown on screen to confirm it installed correctly. ZeroClaw has an interactive setup wizard. When it runs, it walks you through each configuration option one by one. The important choices here: set the provider to Ollama, set the API address to the local address shown on screen, and set the default model to Qwen 3. For tools, enable web search, web fetch, and the HTTP request tool. Those 3 unlock the most useful capabilities. Everything else can stay at its default value. Once onboarding completes, the config file is created automatically in the ZeroClaw folder inside your home directory. After onboarding, open the config file in VS Code. This is where everything lives: your model selection, your provider settings, and your sub-agent definitions. The sub-agent configuration is clean and flat. Each agent gets its own block: a name, a model, a provider, depth and iteration limits, and a list of tools it is allowed to use. The setup shown here defines 3 agents: a researcher that uses GLM4 and has access to web search, a coder that uses Qwen 3 with file and shell access, and a writer that handles document creation. Each one can be tuned independently. You could give different agents different models based on what they need to do. A few things worth knowing before you run this yourself. First, model size matters. Qwen 3 is a strong general model, but it needs decent RAM. If your machine struggles, switch to a smaller quantized version. Ollama has several sizes available. Second, the think mode setting in the config. Make sure it is set to false for Ollama models. If it is left on, some models will try to output their reasoning chain in a format ZeroClaw does not handle well, and you will get garbled responses. Third, when asking for tasks that need web search, always specify it explicitly in the prompt. Tell it to use web search and to spawn a sub-agent for heavy research. ZeroClaw will do this automatically sometimes, but explicit instructions give you consistent results. And finally, always confirm tool calls on your first run so you understand exactly what each agent is doing before you switch to auto-approve mode. ZeroClaw with Ollama is one of the cleanest ways to run a real multi-agent system locally right now. Lightweight, fast, fully private, and completely free. The sub-agent feature takes it from a single AI assistant to a coordinated team, all on your own machine. Subscribe for more breakdowns like this every day. What would you build first with a local multi-agent setup?